Hello, exiles. Clara is back with another attempt at using the Whispering Ice. This is one of the new uniques. It scales your spell damage with intelligence, adds some percent intelligence, which is nice. Uh, it scales itself. We have managed in solo self-found to get our intelligence amount up to 521, which is something. Um, I tried to find all of the gear that adds the most mana that I have in the stash. Running this spirit body armor so that we can run both Archmage and Cast on Freeze, because Archmage also scales somehow with intelligence. More intelligence means more mana means more added damage lightning. And since the Whispering Ice adds level 12 cold spell skills, so some kind of a hybrid cold lightning build seems to be needed. We had to spec out of Scouring Winds and Tempest Caller to get Shaper of Storms and Strike Twice, which synergizes pretty nice with Stormbreaker. You get up to 3 elemental ailments on the enemy, so that's 45% increase. Lots of damage for a single node. We've built the tree to take advantage of all of the percent increases that we can find. 6% increased intelligence, all the way down here for 7% increased all attributes. Some gems for mana regeneration along the way. I couldn't find any better. This is flat damage. We have some more flat damage here. Percent increased spell damage. Some chance to shock is useful. I believe you have a 4% increased mana here, which is again synergy. Another 3% here. Another synergy and increased lightning damage here with pure power. Arcane intensity is more increased spell damage per mana. And the rest, 8% increased mana here, raw mana, so it's yet 8, 12, 15% increased mana. It's a large amount. Unfortunately, we can only raise it up to 2700, which doesn't really scale up to much. 3% increased spell damage per 100 mana means 3 times 27, that's 51% increased spell damage. This is 45. You'd like more. You'd like much more. If you get your mana up to 5000, then yeah, this would be 150% increase. A good chunk. This would be 100% added lightning damage, another good chunk. And of course, the Whispering Ice itself would add at 1000 mana 400% increased spell damage. The scales with intelligence, so yeah, we can scratch that. But 1000 mana should easily require 1000 intelligence, so you'd get, because of the 1000 intelligence, you'd get 400% increased spell damage. Now, maybe that sounds nice, 400% increased spell damage, but remember that instead of a staff, you can wear a wand and a focus, and both of the wand and focus can can run more than 100% increased spell damage overall and cold damage or lightning damage as a base, and you get there with rares. This stuff tries to, I mean, it's a one piece of gear, it's already there. You could count the staff as having a very high tier wand and a very high tier focus at the same time, which is, it's nice in a way. This is all self-found. We're never going to get those high tier items, but it doesn't really play fast. This is a hit and run type of build. I've loaded up this map, and your main back clear skill is Frost Wall, because the mobs, they don't want to hang around and sit in your ice storm. And furthermore, you lose tons of survivability because your energy shield is a secondary resource, and if you can't delete the elite, that's a nice alliteration. If you can't remove the elite before it does something that deals more than 7,000 damage, yeah. I forgot to mention that we have taken mind of the matter because we have this little energy shield. We're not specking into energy shield across the tree. We haven't added, I mean, there is some added energy shield here and there. I believe this is the only node, right? This one, but that's it. You don't have the skill points to do anything else. So yeah, hit the frost wall, run away, don't draw an additional pack. Try and drop the ice storm here and there. I mean, you could just sit here and wait for the pack to come into your ice storm, but that's not always gonna happen, because while you're sitting there, something that's fast or runs away comes up to you, gets you into hit recovery because you don't have stun threshold, because you don't have added life, and this is solo self-found. You don't have the perfect gear, like having additional stun threshold on all three of your boots, belt, and body armor. But if you're careful with the build and your eyes zoom across the screen to make sure that nothing's coming your character's way, maybe you can clear a map. This is a free mod map, a free affix map. It's not even that good to run. But yeah, so it handles the Whispering Ice handles some things okay, like drop a frost wall, the pack kind of dies, but the staff can't handle bosses. I've tried everything from the most mobile bosses, like what do you call it, the fungal druid boss, up to the most immobile of bosses. So this map's boss is the Serpent Queen, and she just sits there in the center, and if you've got any skill that doesn't really need you to pay attention to what you're doing. You can drop it and the boss won't move. That is. So it took a minute and something to handle that that elite. It's slow. It's doable. It can't do bosses. The DPS, while it's scalable with exposure because you're running double curses, not in not as a blasphemy support, but self-cast. Let's see if we have any map with a boss available. Crimson Shores. That's the Trials boss, the first boss. He's pretty immobile. He's going to blast. Let's see. Let's take a white map. She can't handle more than. Enfeeble is even worse. But we're going to try and get to the boss as soon as possible. And check the stuff out. Because in theory, the build should explode bosses with double exposure and free elemental ailments because you run because of the ascendancy, it allows you to shock the boss twice, and you also chill it. So that's the third. And yes, I'm trying to.
Not yet. No mana.
Okay, let's take it slow. Follow the coastline. Follow the elite markers. See if we can get there without dying. That's checkpoint. I want to activate the checkpoint. No. As you've just seen, light stuns all across. Okay, checkpoint. Move on.
Not yet.
We've been enfeebled. I think we have to take our time to. Nope. Bye bye. We're not sticking around. Light stuns again. A cheeky blink here and there. That was too much. Okay. It's the requirement that you have to spec into attributes, into lots of attributes that makes this build so fragile.
I can't do that yet.
Where's the next? It's all the way up there, isn't it? Alright, turn around. And we're frozen. Hey, we made it. We made it through. One blink. That might be handy if we can manage it. I don't think we will.
Out of mana.
Hey, we're zooming. Let's see if we can find. No, it's not that way. No. Right, let's keep going. So maybe with this much training, Clara learns acrobatics. I don't know, let's get back. There's too much activity there. Can we go around? Can we go around? Let's try and get around. We got around. Now this bridge right here looks like a transition. Okay. Let's try a cheeky blink. Didn't work. Another blink.
I need more time.
Maybe this is the way to the boss arena. Okay. Everybody stop following. If there was a sign that says no trespassing when we got to this beach, I didn't see it. So why everybody here is so eager to stop Clara from exploring or moving through? Not sure.
Die forgotten.
But we're not gonna. I don't think that's a way forward. I'm gonna stop. Just gonna run around. These are the worst. Checkpoint. Yes, boss checkpoint. But guess what? We have to fight ants. Okay, we're at the boss, so drop both of the curses. It's okay. We knew he was going to do that, but look at what they've done. Can I use the checkpoint to move to the boss checkpoint? Yes. Okay. So where's the boss? Here. Drop the spell. Do some and then run away. So here you can see there are six debuffs on the enemy, and we're barely getting there. I know this is comparing to custom crit ice comet, which at least does something as opposed to cast on shock cold snap that we're currently running, but we can't find the gear to run both archmage and custom crit. That's way too much spirit for. So yeah, we're counting on having a frost wall to drop on the boss. Thankfully the boss is pretty easy to dodge, but not when it does that. No, there's no dodging that. So yeah, the boss is down. It's gonna go up. Thank you, game. Thank you for the uniques. That's great. But oh yeah, I had to rebind. so I can portal out of the map with my mouse. I'll drop a POB link for the current skill tree and the current items. It's not going to recognize the Whispering Ice for some reason, but yeah, overall, I'm not happy with Whispering Ice. I mean, I'm happy I have it. Clara is most happy she has it, but we don't have the additional gear to support it, so we're going to respec back to the simple custom crit, and we're going to try to finally get to that level 90 so that she can run level 20 jumps, and then we'll see if she can do pinnacle content. See you next time, guys.